Let me ask you something. Tekken, Street Fighter, two of the most iconic fighting game franchises to ever exist. Decades of history, legendary rosters, millions of fans worldwide, and for years, neither of them gave us a proper open world campaign. Now Street Fighter eventually tried, and look, I appreciate the effort. I completely finished it, by the way, but it didn't scratch the itch. It got close, it knocked on the door, but nobody opened up. And I didn't fully commit, and yeah, that was fine, but something is missing because I had already played something that did it the right way, something that looked at the concept of a fighting game campaign and said, we're not doing a few cutscenes and calling it a story mode, we're building an actual world, an actual map, actual exploration on a PlayStation Portable. I'm talking about Mortal Kombat Unchained. Now let me be very clear about what this game did to me. I stopped everything, not pause, not I'll finish this later, stop whatever the fuck I was doing before I picked up this PSP ceased to exist. My responsibilities evaporated, my schedule dissolved, time itself became negotiable because a fighting game just handed me an open world campaign and I was completely unprepared for how good it was going to feel. For the folks who don't know, Mortal Kombat Unchained is the PSP version of Mortal Kombat Deception. And Deception introduced Conquest Mode, which is essentially a full open world adventure mode where you explore locations from the Mortal Kombat universe on foot, talk to characters, complete missions, learn the lore, and get into fights along the way in a Mortal Kombat game. A Mortal Kombat game, the franchise famous for ripping spines out and freezing people with Sub-Zero, decided one day, you know what, let's also build an open world. Let's give the people exploration, let's give them a map, let's give them actual things to find and do between all the spine removal shit. And it worked. It genuinely, completely, inexplicably worked. Walking through the different realms of the Mortal Kombat universe felt amazing. Outworld, Earthrealm, Netherrealm. These were places I'd seen as stage backgrounds for years, and suddenly I was actually inside them, moving through them, talking to people who lived there, finding secrets, unlocking things on a device that fit in my school bag. The PSP had absolutely no business delivering this experience, and it delivered it anyway. That console was undefeated, genuinely undefeated. People talk about the PSP like it was just a portable PlayStation, but it was so much more than that. It was a machine that consistently did things it had no right doing, and Mortal Kombat Unchained is Exhibit A. And then on top of the open world, you still have the actual Mortal Kombat underneath it all. The combat is still Mortal Kombat, still brutal, still ridiculous, still the type of game where you finish a fight and the screen does something that makes you go, okay, that was a lot. That was maybe too much. The roster is massive, the fatalities are present and fully committed to being unhinged. Everything you want from a Mortal Kombat game is in there, but the open world is what made this different. The open world is what made this memorable. The open world is what made me put down everything I was doing and not pick it back up until I had seen every corner of every realm this game had to offer. Street Fighter came along later and tried the open world thing, and I sat there the whole time thinking, yeah, this is good. But Mortal Kombat Unchained did this on a PSP in 2006, and somehow it hit different. It filled the itch before I even fully knew the itch existed. A fighting game with a full open world campaign on a handheld. What the fuck do you want more from life?